artificial intelligence is used to create all types of content you see online, including images, human voices, and videos. So with the rise of AI, how can we tell real from fake? Experts in the field share how they are doing this to prevent further disinformation.
Sometimes you encounter a piece of information and it's actually really easy to figure out that there is something wrong with it. Maybe you do a quick reverse image search to see where else online that image has appeared, and you see, oh, this image has been online for 5 years. It isn't from a protest that just happened today.
For us, it's being on top of the news and understanding the context. So for example, if there's a deep fake saying candidate X is doing something in a certain city, we know the news cycle in the sense that no, he's actually traveling elsewhere, and this is not necessarily the case. Also, when it comes to detecting it, when it comes to visuals, there are markers that you can look at, such as weird shaping of the hands. AI is still having trouble to make hands believable. Also with movement, you can see that legs or arms tend to contort, or faces. And there are also other hallmarks that give us clues, such as if there are words in the background and it doesn't really make sense, it almost looks like hieroglyphics and it's not an actual language. This is another hallmark sign that this would be a deep fake.
We're looking at an airstrike in Syria. We're looking for images that are being captured on the ground, figuring out exactly where they were taken, getting a sense of where in the timeline of events they are. And then we start looking at the claims being made by one side or another, or by witnesses, and start comparing them to that evidence. You can then combine that with other sources such as satellite imagery, which is becoming increasingly available, and start establishing what the truth is by really looking at that kind of nexus of information that emerges around an incident after it happens.
I recently investigated AI-generated images of Donald Trump pictured with black voters. They weren't real images. They were being shared by his supporters. They were quite convincing. When you saw them in passing, you'd think, oh, maybe that's real. And then you spot a few clues. You think, oh, hang on, there's an extra finger there, or someone's eye's not in the right place, or their skin kind of doesn't look very real. It looks almost kind of plastic. And so I think with video as well, like images like that, again, often it can be a little bit stuttery, or it doesn't quite seem right. And also, you know, say we're talking about politics here, what politician is going to sit in front of a camera and say something you wouldn't expect them to say? That seems kind of unlikely, particularly if it's something quite extreme.
Watch and read more about disinformation, cyberbullying, and online harms at cpac.ca/disinformation-and-democracy. Regardez cette émission et lisez davantage sur la désinformation, la cyberintimidation et les méfaits en ligne à cpac.ca/désinformation-et-démocratie.